We're headed into the Tangle. We're going to try and kill the General. We'd love to hit the Creature Den as well. And we definitely need to plan our route to get at least 4 road battles, because there is 3 mastery waiting for us if we do. These hospitals are not that tempting. Alright, so let's see. So, I don't love the Hoarder here. We can get 2 road battles going this way. In fact, we can get 3 road battles going this way. That feels pretty good. And then we'll get our 4th one here. Sure. All right, let's see what we have first and foremost, though. So far, there's not a lot of options for throwing stuff at the root. We're too broke to go to the Hoarder right now to pick up some Caltrops, but I think we'll be able to. We have a reasonably flexible team. We can equip Bellow on Barristan, which can push back the root as well. So we have options. This is very disappointing. Yeah, we're gonna take hits on both of you. I want the fight, though. How bad was that? Was that a 2-pip hit or a 1-pip hit? I wish it told you. It was a 4-pip hit on Sarmenti? They were 2 positive, now they're 2 negative. What the... Who in the what now? So we can do that because we're not going to be healing right off the cuff. Audrey rolled pretty slow. Venom Drop has a speed component, if I recall correctly. That's the other thing that's hitting us right now. Yeah, -3 speed on Venom Drop is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to hit into the Riposte, because I needed to swap things around regardless. It's never a good sign when you're using Pick to the Face, I feel like. Rousing Recorder, hanging out dodge. It's really hard to enable stealth. That's for sure. So I was thinking about using Magnesium Rain here, but I actually want Barristan to hit into this combo. I don't really care. If this gets the kill, I'm fine with it. But yeah, it would be nice if some of the Grave Robber's abilities came with more capacity to get into stealth while still doing affirmative actions. Because spending an action to get stealth doesn't, like, if stealth doubled the damage of lunge, like one of the other ones does, we'd have a slightly different situation. Okay, the additional benefit of Rampart isn't going to be much there, so I'm just going to take the Riposte here, because we have to take it somewhere. But Barristan is most of our damage at the moment. Dead of Night is my preferred stealth, but it's a bit of a win more stealth, unfortunately. Because you need to be creating corpses for it to be particularly useful. Let's keep working on relationship. 33% death blow. I will not chance it there. But yeah, I think it's going to be tricky to make the Grave Robber work here. The damage we took to relationship, absolutely worth the mastery. Now let's see. So, how much money do we have? We have 8, which might buy like 1 Caltrop. We do have the Spike Ball, which we can use to throw at the Taproot. I think Chalk Dust you can also use to throw at the Taproot. So I am going to go to the right to try and lock in some of these relationships, and also lock in our 3 mastery from the road battle. And then if we have the Shroud offered for the next region, I think we'll probably be ready if we have, I don't know, 6 more mastery to at least try the Leviathan. Pyromania. We lose our turn to that, as a side note. Wait, 7 for 3 turns? Apply on hit. So I think we just got the 5% chance of getting 2 additional out of that. It's kind of impressive. Seven is a lot. And I'm going to do that just to get her... Apparently get nothing happening with her. And then both of the Zombros are just going to hit into our wall of Barristan. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what the Grave Robber needs. Grave Robber is one of my all-time favorites, though. I can't complain too much. And I don't think we're gonna get everybody dead, so we'll just toss up another Retribution. The repose damage is something else, isn't it, Fofo? Welcome to the stream. Get you.
The work continues.
Get you. I think you're already roasted. Yeah, you're already roasted. So let's just heal up a little bit.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
This team isn't doing bad. I think it is largely being carried by Barristan. Ooh, the storage room key. Target Ounce of Prevention skill grants defend 33% of the time. Target Emboldening Vapor skill gives a 2 heal. Is that a 2 heal or 2 regen? That's 2 regen. Battlefield Medicine, less healing given. I like that. We'll play with that. We will play with that. We can put the Rousing Recorder basically anywhere. It doesn't really matter where we put that. The Flame Shield. It's fine to have that equipped now. We don't want to debuff our Blight skills. Now, if we're going to play around with this seems... I hate that it's 33% of the time, but let's try it out. I can see that working well with the Physician. I believe the Physician is the new one that affects affects Emboldening Vapors. I could see Storage Room Key being a nice synergy there. But I'm hoping that the Oasis proves everyone kind of goes in and is like, we all agree, we want to do Oasis stuff, and then we can get that. We can get some nice relationship from it. Sarmenti wants to ruin everything. Let's see. So Paracelsus, you and Audrey, I want to benefit from. I think we have to do it on Paracelsus and accept that this is... In my experience, the Oasis negatives are, like, super harsh. The gamer girl bathwater. That is indeed what we're working with. So how bad was that? Yeah, that was a 4-point swing for disagreeing. I think there's something slightly wrong with the way that they're currently computing relationship changes, because I could see that being a -2 for Paracelsus and Sarmenti, but a -4. They went from +2 to -2. Seems like a pretty huge swing. Unless I'm misunderstanding the way that scale works. But I don't think I am. Well, when it rolls high, it rolls high. So let's see if we get the heal dot. Not on the first try. But still, The strength buff on the first riposte is pretty decent. Because was that only one different? He hit for 11 and then 10. I guess that makes sense. So now, unfortunately, this is her last opportunity to take advantage of the blight buff. So I think, like, if we were playing it, we would use that or flashing daggers in this circumstance. But I don't know. It's a little hard to figure out how we're supposed to make that work. Okay, you're roasted. So let's fish for relationship. You and Audrey. And then let's see about Ounce. Supposed to start granting defense tokens. It did give us one out of 4. I don't know if that's a high roll or not.
In this world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
If Chalk Dust works against the Taproot, that this might be the answer to our prayers. So I'll hang on to this for the time being. I'm not worried about the general though. I think we have what it takes. Looks like we'll get one of these taken care of. I think Pyromania needs to go. Losing your turn when you expect to have it is just it's more than I can tolerate. We have no diseases though, right? Yeah, so that's gonna be all we're gonna do. We'll save the rest of our money. I'm feeling a little broke, if I'm being honest. But we're making good progress on getting the road battles done. And then we'll be going left to this unknown reward regardless so that we get the lair. And we'll need to tweak a few skills when we do it, but shouldn't be too bad.
Though it brings no satisfaction.
Oh my gosh, everyone agrees? Wait. These two disagree for no apparent reason. I think we'll do this one. Yeah. I'll take the speed and the strength. I'm not too proud. And there was no real advantage of taking it on Barristan because he and Sarmenti are already tight. I'm gonna do that to open up a weak sauce lunge. You hate to see it. Now, unfortunately, what's this guy's name? We'll check in a second. The Bishop. The Bishop doesn't target rank 1, so if he were to smite, which it looks like he will never do, he would have smited one of the back ranks. Barristan is doing insane work for us. I think this is going to be a good result. And then one more blight on the back line should do in this guy no problem. Which then positions us well to just focus our energies up here. Oh, I was like, where are you, Blight? The Retribution upgrade, it's just too good. It's ironic that I don't think Flashing Daggers is even worth having on the board, even though it's the upgraded skill of the Venom drop. It's so hard to make it work. Gosh, and that hit was ignoring block. Sometimes I'm just floored Barrison's like, hey, I bring all the damage to this party. If there was an after-action review, I would love to see Barriston just doing all of it. Oh, Boschtal, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry to hear that your first experience with the game wasn't particularly good. I've been having a great time with it, if I'm being honest. I think I'll just retribution up here. There's certainly some balancing issues. They're still working through it. I don't mind the stagecoach too much, but I do think that it adds a lot of time to the run without a huge amount of benefit. But I like the new relationship system. I love the art. I think the game is absolutely gorgeous. And some of the simplified systems are good. I think the recent trinket overhaul was a beautiful stroke of genius on their part. I think they did a really good job with it. Maximize sensitivity. I'm not sure if Bosch's complaint about the stagecoach was about handling. So Wicked Project, I like the team composition. I miss not being able to repeat heroes though, right? Like being able to have 2 of a particular hero was a very satisfying dynamic of Darkest Dungeon 1 that I think added a lot to it. And I miss that a little bit, but I think the heroes having a bit more uniqueness and being kind of like known entities is not a bad design decision. Like I think it's kind of cool. I just kind of, you know, I miss Quad Leper. Can you blame me? One thing that I'm looking forward to that's on the roadmap but kind of slipped off the roadmap a bit was the permanent hero upgrades. So we're only at 2 of 4 road battles. How did that happen? Hold on a second. Let me bring up the map for a second here. 1, 2, 3. And this says 2 of 4. Well, looks like we're going to have more opportunities, but I'm a little baffled by that count right there. I definitely didn't lose any of my road battles. Let the record show.
I trust you have calculated your odds carefully. This will not be easy.
I think Bosch, I like it less than the walking around in dungeons that we had in the first Darkest Dungeon. Like I will prefer that 9 times out of 10. Yeah, and I think they are going to revisited it. No, Jason, no way, no chance. I definitely didn't fail a road battle. I would remember such a thing. That would be embarrassing. Not that I've never failed road battles, but not only did I win all of the road battles, I got mastery from at least a couple of them. Well, now it says 3 of 4. Maybe when I'm editing these videos, I'll go back and double check to see if anything funky happened. But okay, we're now going into the general, which means it's time to deploy. I'll keep the healing salve, but I'm gonna put more chalk dust here, and then that will enable it. Well, that's an interesting idea, New. If you were kind of like in the stagecoach, managing it, click destination, watch some banner. Yeah, I could totally see that. All right, let's get these guys on a clock as best we can. A little nervous. You don't like leaving this guy in the back row because piercing bolt is scary, but yeah, I agree. The driving minigame doesn't do anything for me, but it is part of the trappings of a larger game that I think has enough redeeming qualities to make me enjoy it. Yeah, one thing that I absolutely despise about the driving game, not to all of a sudden get negative, but let's see, we're gonna be knocking. Actually, we'll probably just go for. Yeah, let me just bleed you up, because I think we're gonna clear corpses with Magnesium Rain here, so that this guy in the back doesn't have the ability to piercing bolt us anymore, because that's bad for business. Is there any way we take you down 7 to 12? Well, we might. I think it's worth risking it there. And then let's see. You're dead. We'll just put you on death's door potentially. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I think that it is just I have witnessed of my own experience that it's easy to get to rabbit hole and start to be really, really critical. And I think the game has a lot of good things going. So I kind of try and find that balance. I agree. The driving, though, it artificially lengthens the game in a way that doesn't feel great to me. You know, I spend a lot of my time driving the stagecoach and very little comes of it. And driving over things is insanely frustrating to me, because I feel like the whole inventory management thing while driving, it feels really awkward, and then you drive over something that was like really good and you had a full inventory and you don't get 2 healing solves or something like that. That just feels like kind of like artificial management type of stuff that's really frustrating. Like, I would just assume the stagecoach driving just be stagecoach driving, you know, nothing going on. Yeah, there's a little bit of a cinematic that happens between destinations, etc. But yeah, in its current form, it feels a little. It feels like a mini game that doesn't benefit me much, and sometimes is an active detriment, and doesn't capture my imagination. And the landscape, while pretty, is not that pretty. Okay, I'm not going to waste a lunge here, so I'm just going to do that to get rid of the taunt. That resist is a bit of a bummer. We're going to probably lunge next time, so let's get this guy blinded up. Probably didn't love the idea of my Plague Doctor becoming Plague Doctor tank, but that's what you get when your tank is slow as molasses. I just had a realization, though. We didn't swap in Bolster, and it looks like you can't use Chalk Dust on non-stealth enemies. So I have a feeling our general fight is going to be a little bit rocky. I am now realizing. Who gave you days? Huh. Wanderer. Nothing exciting going on there. Unfortunately. Ooh, that's that trinket. That's that trinket doing the opposite of working wonders. That's interesting. Let's see. I think we have enough taunt, so I'll just do that. Yeah, that's my plan, Wicked. I think at this point I'm in a good place for it. I just couldn't justify it when we only got 3 mastery from that last one. I don't have Encore on the board right now, new, but yes, I have historically gone that path. So let's see. So given that we have the turnkey, we're going to want to Emboldening Vapors ourselves, fishing for a heal, which is a little weird. Also, huge mistake that we put Healing Solve on our character who has minus 50% healing given. Mistakes were made. Do we get the... We don't get the dot either. That's unfortunate. These riposts are gonna be messy. That's the thing that I'm thinking about right now. We're gonna find out potentially new. That's a thing we're gonna find out.
Section. An unavoidable end.
I hope so. But yeah, we can't use chalk dust on invalid targets, which is super super disappointing. I mean, I think there are a lot of good things. A lot of good things going on, for sure. Let's see. We can do this to add a little bit more damage. But I think we're going to have to... 2, 4... I think we just put this guy on death's door. Barristan's going to need to take some lumps putting this guy on death's door or close to it. I want Audrey to get her self-heal off before this is over. Yeah, that's so much damage. Alright, this is going to be a rough general, I think. A reverberating redoubt? Alright. His rings. Apply on crit range skill 2 damage. Poison darts plus 33% damage dealt. If rank 1 plus 75%. Oh, not bad. Alright, if we survive... that could be some nice stuff.
He has retreated, undying, into a dream.
But the healing is going to be a little rough, I think. Where do we want you? Doesn't really matter where you are. But I think we just stack blight as best we can. I think this one's going to be all about the blight. Thank you for the good luck. We may need it. So this is the one time where we can do something other than play grenade. What is the best thing to do? We don't even have Noxious on our bar, which is its own special thing. Yes, Act 2 is the most recent. Resentment is the current king of the castle. I'm gonna move up, I think, and apply some combo. And then we are gonna need to Retribution here. We'll be able to blind next turn is my thinking. Okay. Unsettling Whispers is okay. Unsettling Whispers doing stress to everyone is something. I think we just keep going. Keep stacking that blight. I'm gonna use my my spiked ball now to push back. Excuse me. Oh. I'm dying. That will push back fully. I'm a big fan of these folks too. Now, we only have to Retribution every other turn because he only does one attack. So I might Defender. Actually, I think we need to put in the damage when we can. I think that's the play. Walking Dead's a little scary there. Now, unfortunately, this is the first turn where we're gonna need to choose our second action to push back the growth, and it's got to be Poison Dart. Which means we're going to start losing out on dot damage, which is very unfortunate, but I don't see a way around it because my Chalk Dust plan was deeply flawed and I didn't realize it until it was too late. I think the Bounty Hunter has been data mined, Bosch, so I think it's the next one coming. Let's see. I think it's time to start adding bleed to the equation if we can. His bleed resist is high, but it's not insane, so... Oh, those resists. We can... We're going to need to move Sarmenti back one. We can still use Poison Dart from the back line. I love the Houndmaster too, new, for sure. Okay, Sarmenti high rolling here is unfortunate. I wanted to lunge. I wanted to lunge first here. So that I could have done the rest. In this party comp? I forgot. If we lunge here, we don't have a way on Barristan to push back, because I forgot to put Bellow on the chart. So we need to get her forward. I think we need to do it, because otherwise we're gonna have meltdowns. So we're gonna risk potentially having to push back more than we have the capability to. But we needed to move her up, and we just have to hope that we don't get a double proc. Okay, her getting it pushed back is okay. That's not okay, though. I would call that decidedly not okay. Okay, that's a good outcome. We can push back here. We're always going to be one behind, though, I think, on the taproot. We're going to use... Do I need a blind here? Yeah, I think I do. What a great hit. And the resist. Okay. Well, let's... 11. I wonder if that's less or not. Hard to say. Kind of wish I had put Encore on the board, too. We're going to come away from this fight a little battered, I reckon. Thank you for targeting Barristan, though. That's best case scenario. That's a great heal. We still have one taunt up, so I think we just keep wailing away. Grave Robber's max HP, 29 at the moment. That is... that is with... that is with one food upgrade. I don't remember which one. Keep this rolling. Please free Barristan. Wow, he's grabbing roots, but he's still saying nice things. Okay, so that resets us to the point where we shouldn't have to deal with that anymore. But I hate that we're doing that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jason. We are we're slowly learning things, right? That's frustrating. That's really frustrating, to be honest. Excuse me? That's BS. That was a stress pip, another stress pip, and a third stress pip. I'm angry. That was insanity. Like I'm down with like a stress pip and then it pinging to another stress pip, but that was 3 ping pongs, and I am absolutely baffled as to why. 22 right now. We're gonna have the actions to get everyone off death's door, so no one's gonna die. Sarmenti's relationships are awful. So... And you have 8 for 2 turns, so you're taking 16. I think we stop hitting the taproot and we just go for it and try and push him down to where we need him to go. Yeah, what was up with that, New? All right, I think we just go for the blind still here. Try and get the retribution off to try and at least focus things down. But yeah, that was really weird. Hey, Rusty, you're catching an IRL meltdown at the moment.
Self-reliance is a rare and wonderful thing.
I love the random stress pips. Like, field surgery is big. That proccing is nice. That's gonna stress everybody out. Lovely. Okay, well, would I recommend doing that? Did that work well? No. Did we survive? Yes. Are we going to be able to rebuild? Hopefully. Reverberating is great, don't get me wrong. Still S tier, although we're too high for the speed to work out. How are we going to get you slower? That's interesting. Now, his rings, I think I like. Gain on miss strength. Gain when hit if speed less than or equal to 2. Calibrating sensor is pretty good for Barristan as well. Drop the light and our speed will adjust. That's a thought. You can't manually drop light though, so we're gonna have to kind of work our way back. I think for the time being, I need to take the storage room key off. Because, yeah, it's just the flame. It may be an infernal flame run. We still have it in our pocket, right? Let's see. So chalk dust is trash. We're going to need to use the mineral rich spring water for sure. You've offended me for the last time, game. Thank you for ruining everything. There we go. That gets us down. And then we just have to hope that we can get ourselves a relatively... Okay, this is great. The 2 stressed people asking for that. No negative stress pips. Sarmenti's relationships are absolutely disastrous right now. So I don't know how we're necessarily going to figure that out. But we're going to need to delay this fight. Oh, man. They have like a collective 7 hit points. Thanks, game. And Sarmenti high rolls, of course. Doesn't really matter where we put that. Okay, so stress-wise, I want to make sure we get Sarmenti going first. So I think I'm gonna Defender. I don't really want the Retributions to kill them too terribly quickly. If this guy's dead, I don't mind. This is the one that we're gonna try and keep alive. Okay, so first stress heal. I want someone who is on 5 to get the stress heal. Do you have someone that you are particularly in hate with? Audrey and. Okay, so... Didn't I take off the storage room key? No, I left it on. Checkmate. All right. Well, Healing is still healing. Okay, well that ruined our ability to get much off of... we're not going to get a second Inspiring Tune there, which is not a big deal. Which I think means... So if we take off 3 here, yeah, that's not good. Are we... I think we're close enough that... Oh wait, I can bolster for 1 here. There we go. That gets you down... Oh, that gets you down to 6. Okay, well, it's close enough that I think we can fire off the Inspiring Tune next time. Don't stop creeping up on the stress. All right, I'm going to use a mineral-rich spring water here. Just so we don't end up too bad off. And then I'm going to Rampart here to slow him down. Sure. Ah, she was stealth, so that's a nice big one. Okay, so we're gonna get our last Inspiring Tune here.
There is comfort in company.
And now he's dazed, so the dot shouldn't tick right away. Which means Barristan should get the chance to use a second mineral-rich spring water just to clean things up that little extra bit.
Calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
All right, we're back on our feet. Yeah, it's something that I only recently became aware of. I apologize that I don't remember who in the YouTube comments was pointing out the fact that we gain speed from Torch, but it's really, it's a terrible dynamic because it makes it so hard to there's too much micromanagement that is required in managing all of the different facets that contribute to your speed and things like that, right? Now that there's all these thresholds, you're like constantly trying to figure out if your speed is appropriate or not. Okay. I don't want Sarmenti's relationships to get any worse. You and Paracelsus, yeah, you can take a hit. So we'll do this. But I like where our stress is now. I'm glad that we killed the general. I also think the trinket that we got from the general is going to be interesting. Oh, yeah, I hadn't even thought about that for the monarch. That is annoying, to be sure. I'm going to go for the big quote-unquote lunge on this back guy. That's my my plan. Oh, now the heal procs on the one who is full. Oh, and gets the heal and then gets the relationship heal. 9 to 25. Now that's a damage range that I can be at the absolute bottom of.
On to the next.
9 to 25, and we roll the 9. It's like gambling. What was that? Nothing happened from that bark, as far as I can tell. Didn't need the on guard here, to be sure. Just gonna take some hits. We have a free field surgeon one here, and we have the dot ticking here, so gonna let her take that hit as well. Try and make some friendship here, if at all possible. Such a good skill. Oh, he was going last. I shouldn't have bothered. I shouldn't have bothered with the rampart. I was thinking that I could push back his action a bit, but we have all our actions, so let's get topped up here. Hey, Lucas, welcome to the stream. Put him on death's door. Maybe get the blind? Nice. Okay. Now, Barristan, you can get some... Was it Sarmenti? I looked at... No, Paracelsus. Alright, let's defend Paracelsus. Paracelsus? Blah, blah. Words. And then try and get some ounce going on. Okay. The storage room key is a huge problem, though, to be sure. Songbook of Touching Dirges is huge. That's going to help us. The Laudanum is nice. 19-point Jester. I wonder if a 19-point Jester with minus 50% death blow resist trinkets is too greedy. Sounds a little greedy. Bulwark Band. Turn start, gain when hit. I'm not in on that. I think we are going to use the Infernal Torch, much to my surprise. Let's get this Laudanum equipped somewhere. I don't care too much about the anti-venom. And then we're getting a decent bankroll of baubles, at least. I think the whittling tools can also go. Give us a little bit of space. Alright, it's an even split. We are still looking for the creature den, so there's a strong temptation to just grab a bunch of these question marks, hoping for the creature den. Sure. I would love to get myself a creature den.
You will fight so that others
You get all these baubles, and then you have such a hard time spending them. It's kind of infuriating. Now, what's our torch at now? Okay, Barristan can benefit from these, then. Right? Because your speed is now 2. Alright, not bad. That means we can put this here, and then... Do I care about your crit chance? I mean, at least a little, I feel like. I don't think it's worth putting the Haildraught on anyone. That's probably worth applying. Is the Haildraught just going to get left behind? I mean, both of these trinkets, I think, are better than the Haildraught. So, I think it is, it's going the way of the dinosaurs. Yeah, your inventory fills up with baubles, and you're like, well, what am I going to do about it? But we'll see how the new and improved Barristan works here. Oh, good. More relationship ruining if I want to fight. Paracelsus and Barristan would benefit, but despise. It's going to require a lot of booze for sure, and if our booze luck is anything like our booze was at the last, it's going to require a lot more than booze luck. Looks like it did nothing. Why do I keep getting relationship procs with these two? Inseparable, that seems to me do nothing. I'm not sure I'm fully clear on what dynamic is at play there. Let's try some. Okay, so we've just gotten 2 stress heals at 0 stress. That's the theory. That's nice. I don't think I had seen that a lot before. That's not a, like, you know, like I've put a couple of runs into this game, and I don't think I've seen a lot of no ops. I wonder if that's something that changed with the most recent update. You're delaying the inevitable, fool. Calibrating sensor is doing work. Ooh, free actions too. Love me some reverberating redoubt, to be sure. Bye-bye. Now, I just want to see here. Where flashing daggers can be used from the 2 spots. So we could lunge into a flashing daggers. That might sometimes prove useful. All of a sudden I have too many actions on Barristan. It's a good problem to have. That was some damage. Oh my gosh. I just figured out what happened there. That was, I'm just going to use the last one of these to get our stress back under control. The 2 damage from the reverberating redoubt got the killing blow there. You love to see it. Barristan is an absolute monster now. I think it's time to put Encore on the board here.
An inkling of potency still lingers in some
Clandestine Cape.
relics.
We're gonna put on the Grave Robber. It's not great. It's not really what we're looking for here, but it's better than nothing. And then his rings is apply on crit range skill that. Poison Dart deals more damage. No, more blight damage. Okay. Alright, there might be something here when we get lucky. For now, I think the storage room key needs to come off. Like, I was pretty excited about it. I think it needs to have a guaranteed 100% on Emboldening Vapor, though, to make it worth using, unfortunately. Playing cards are just a nightmare. I never have good things to say about playing cards. We can put some consumables here. I think I'll let the Holy Water go. I mean, oh, totally. If we start to be able to generate a lot of combo, we're going to get a lot of crits out of her, for sure. I think I'm not using Pirouette. Pirouette was pretty much garbage, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And now comes the difficult decision, left or right. I want more road fights, all things being equal. Come on, Creature Den. Nope. We have to be careful that we don't get any increase in Torchlight, which drives me crazy. Oh, that's a suboptimal shuffle. This is going to be an annoying fight. I can already tell. Really should have put Encore on the board. I know I said that earlier and then didn't do it. Okay. We can do that, and then when she goes, she'll be able to get the Plague Doctor out of the front rank. There we go. Okay, not terrible. Now, I don't have storage room key. I'll just do that to light some things on fire and move things forward. The lack of taunt is kind of unfortunate. I'll just take the hit here, I think. Ugh, more Watchdog. Well, crit isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's just get Retribution up. I'm tired of these dogs hitting whoever they want. Of course, nobody's below half. You love to see it. Let's just get the biggest possible crit. This is awful. I don't really want to take a hit here. Now you're able to be healed, so we're gonna slow roll it a lot, apparently. Watch, both the dogs are gonna die. Yep. The dogs are just gonna die to Barristan's monstrousness. Okay, that works out well. Ah, yes. Good old-fashioned inseparable doing work. Love to see it. All right, we're just gonna hit the reset button on that one and try it again. Oh yeah, I mean, we're gonna be able to drop some insane heals. Okay, what's our... I'm gonna try, is this a kill? Oh, it is potentially a kill. Alright, what is, you can hit pretty much anywhere, right? Nash can hit pretty much anywhere, yeah. Alright, let's defend her here. I'm trying to be a little slow. Hey, Toefield, no monk, no ninja. That would be fun. Okay, let's see. We're good on basically everything, so I think try and get a bit of relationship, and then we'll just finish this one off. Sarmenti can get the heal, or get the kill. The crit won't do us any good, but let's... Barristan... Okay, Barristan and Audrey could use some friendship. There we go. All right. We came out of that pretty well. Cleaned up most of the things I wanted to. Our relationships are starting to rebound, too. Oh, of course. Standard of the Ninth shows up now. Standard of the Ninth is awesome, as a side note. I have had really good luck with Standard of the Ninth. We'll probably replace the calibrating sensor with it. I like the calibrating sensor, but I think Standard of the Ninth is stronger. Courageous Abandon. We could definitely play around a bit with Courageous Abandon. I don't love its targeting. It's really only good for rank 1 kills, but gain on miss if rank 1 weakness. I never know the targets of some of these things, but I think we'll go with that. That'll give us some time to get things set up. I don't really want to dump calibrating sensor right now, if I'm being honest. Songbook of Touching Dirges I'm very excited about, although we're going to have to burn off some stress. We need to keep all of those. Do we just start dumping money? Is that the position we're in right now? We need the Ceremonial Drum. The Book of Creative Insults is whatever. I don't think it's that important. And we're going to have two more random chances for the Creature Den, which I would like for a whole lot of reasons that are not that it's just going to fill up our inventory even more. Oh, let's see. 15% torch is not going to be that bad for us. Yeah, so I'm just going to grab the 15 torch and the food. And then now we're stuffed to the brim. I'm going to let 1 stack of slime mold go, and do we have like a small pile of baubles? Hey, Rob, welcome. We did do a sluice before this, so you're almost on time. And by the way, as our first member coming in from the Discord, you can now react to messages in the Discord, and those messages will show up on the screen with a little reaction emote. So use that information as you so desire. 20 baubles is probably fine to let go, but is that worth it over 1 food? I think we just do better than the slime mold. I think that's the play. Left or right? Decisions. I'm gonna go right. Creature Den. Hey, there's some RNG for you. Yes, chat is unbroken, And it now supports images. So if you upload an image to the chat, Rob, it will pop up on my display. And then if I deem that image to be appropriate, I will go ahead and share it with the rest of chat also. So let's see. So I could do this. So let's see if it works. There seems to be an issue already I'm seeing, but we'll try it anyways. There you go. The location of your content is a little problematic, but it did work. Miracles never cease. Let's see. Let's get that going. Get the retribution up because that's our extra action engine, as it were. Did she fail to drop dots? Free action here. We just keep stacking that. Yeah, clearly I have some layout issues that I'm going to need to address, but that feature is still in the works. All right, let's just light things on fire. Progress is progress, for sure. We're gonna be using the so we're rocking Venom Drop again on the on our Grave Robber, and then we're rocking Vanguard on our Man at Arms, and Vanguard remains as good as we remember it. Use a lot of them to keep things down to a minimum, and then I guess we'll use Emboldening? I don't know. Like, if we spam Emboldening with the storage room key, is that going to be good? I'm unsure. Oh my gosh, so many actions for Barristan here. Reverberating Redoubt, I love you. No, Jason, we're just slowly working our way back up, rebuilding our relationships. We did pick up a clandestine cape on Audrey, which is interesting. We're going to try and make work. And we did pick up Standard of the Ninth on Barristan, which I'm using over the calibrating sensor. But I think it's a bit of a toss-up. Now, we threw away all our anti-venom, so that's never good. Now, do I want to... I'm really struggling with whether I want to use storage room key. If it enabled a regen-based heal more consistently, I think I would definitely use it. I think let's try it. I don't know. I want to keep playing with it. I like the idea of it. I like the direction they're going with it, but it's not quite there yet. And so Sarmenti out of Meltdown. I want to do... Hold on. Before we go into this, let me make sure there's no combat items to be used. Okay, so who can you take a hit with the most of all? Oh, great. Probably Audrey. That gives everyone stealth. And it gives you positive with Sarmenti and Barristan. Yeah, I think that's the play. It is oh yeah, I should equip Courageous Abandon, excuse me. Yes. I will eventually do that. It would have been a good idea to do just there, honestly. But I was a little slow on the uptick. That must have been another stress heal for 0. I think Mag Rain is the play here.
A slow dissection, an unavoidable end.
We are gonna have dot troubles, to be sure. Now, given the situation, I think we take advantage of the stealth there. Yeah, it's not bad. And his speed is low enough that he can proc additional actions. All right. Well, the negative stress always works. Good deal. Free actions. Got any of those? Got any of those actions? Let's see. You're taking 5. All right. Let's get you out of the way. Really want to have Encore on Sarmenti too. Well, we did get the regen there. But Barristan slow rolled like a boss. Of course. Y'all got any more of them free actions? Indeed, Amunga. That's what I'm looking for. There's one of them. That was not a free action. Take that back. Dear indiscriminate science. So let's see. So I think this is a 5% crit. Now, because we are in stealth, we gain 2 more plus his rings. I think this is going to be a big blight. Let's check it out, though. 5. Not as big as I thought it was going to be.
Mistimed.
I tried.
Misdirected.
I'm looking forward to us equipping the General's trinket. I think it's going to be very good for business. I think we do remove... We remove the dots here.
Welcome relief from caustic agony.
It is, yeah. It's always a little dicey. This guy is... We're just giving him... We should have cleared the corpses there for sure. But I want to get Ounce of Prevention up just so that we have a bit more... Okay, good resist on the dodge. That was probably at least partially thanks to Ounce. I don't think we're getting the kill on this guy before we get any further, but I'll try. Two to 4, yeah, not gonna happen. So I think we keep spamming Emboldening Vapors here in hopes that we get the regen. This is a weird one, to be sure. This guy's gonna kill himself on Bears. Oh, no, even worse. Die that way. So we only get 1 bonus action here. That was about as bad as it gets. I'm probably going to use the Thunderclap Grenade here just to start working down some of the baddies. We at least get the Retribution, and with our speed, we should get some extra actions out of it. Trying to blight spiders. With Throne Dagger. But yeah, as a Venom drop, though... we're minus 50 or 75% range damage, so I think it is not worth it. Since, yeah, minus 50% range damage, I think that's a little too much to, little too bitter a pill to swallow, I think. Okay. That's nice. Who needs healing when? Let's consolidate them down. Hey, Doodle! It's good to see you. I missed you there for a second. We're hopefully going to go to the Shroud during the next region and die to the Leviathan, die a horrible death. Because that just sounds fun, apparently, to me. Field Surgeon is so good. Just keep stacking those emboldening vapors that we don't necessarily need. We'll Dead of Night here. So I think our plan is to put our Grave Robber in slot 3. Yes, we have 1 drums in our hip pocket. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Wait, you can't use it on yourself? Really? Game? Field Surgeon triggers Healing Solve skill, but it works differently than every other Healing Solve skill in the history of the universe. So cool. Fine. I mean, I guess that makes sense, Rob, but I assumed because Healing Solve works on anyone, the Surgeon could rub Healing Solve on themselves. Discount on trinkets means we're going to be able to buy a lot of trinkets. But we're getting into the end game here. We're going to have to start ditching some more vital things. Minor Protectorate's going to go. There's a part of me that thinks that the calibrating sensor is actually better than the standard of the 9th. I don't think Courageous Abandon critting is all that useful. I'm going to swap these back out. I think the calibrating sensor is more mitigation. Yeah, the storage room key is currently equipped, Jason. I'm still trying to make it work, but it's proving awkward. Songbook we're not going to be able to use because it would invalidate Barristan's trinkets, and then the whittling tools can go. Yeah, I'm still trying to use it. Oh yeah, and then I think... Oh, so here we run into a problem. Yeah, I generally agree, Rob. So we can't take advantage of Encore if I put Sarmenti in the 2 spot with the General's trinket. Like, for now, I think I'm going to put Encore on the board, but I think it doesn't work out the way that I wanted it to. And now for the final leg here, I'll go with the mystery meat. I don't mind. Yeah, not what I would have chosen, but yeah, that's very true, Jason. I think that is the limitation. I like Standard of the 9th. And with Reverberating Redoubt, you potentially have the ability to generate, like, way too many block tokens. But I agree. I don't think it quite works. Extra action. Magic. Go. No extra action. All right. Front mortar is going to be super annoying here. I think we can safely expect that. I'm actually gonna go for Poison Dart here and try and make that work. Yeah, calibrating sensor seems to work wonders.
There is comfort in company.
Keep everybody's stress nice and low.
A slow dissection.
But I don't think we got the kill here. No, we got close, but not quite. So, front mortar, here we come.
On to the next.
Don't like this shuffle. We also have a really hard, like, healing up Barristan is really difficult. I think we're going to have to start leaning on combo to give Barristan some decent healing. Because Emboldening Vapors ain't it, Chief. And I'm surprised by how much damage Barristan is taking, given that he has more block tokens than Sense. Yeah, that's true. We're gonna need to upgrade Indiscriminate Science. But the healing lost from it is still pretty rough. Like, if we had Indiscriminate Science there, it would have been all over. Let's see, we'll just get you out of here. Alright. We may have to put Indiscriminate Science on even though it's not currently working on negative tokens. That might be smart. Holy water and a whiskey bottle. I mean, I hate stripping away the tokens. Actually, I guess not losing the I mean, what are we swapping out though? I don't really want to let Magnesium Rain go. Emboldening Vapors is half the reason to do it. Ounce is quite good. I mean, we could do that. But then we lose dot removal, and Barristan is very susceptible to dots thanks to Vanguard. I don't know. We'll try that for a hot second. I don't really want to do that for a cultist fight, though. Maybe Ounce goes for now. We'll do that. I want to do this for relationship. Yeah. Are we going to get a speed out of doing this? No. Okay. We're in that sweet spot where we don't gain a speed, but we do improve our advantage in battle chance. It's so fiddly trying to control the torchlight. Let's see. So for the moment, I think we put Encore on. We're going to leave all this the same. We got sensors. We have no nothing. All right. If we face a Deacon, those smoke bombs will probably come in helpful. I don't think this is big brain plays by any means. We didn't get stealth, right? Which means that flashing daggers is not doing any big blights or anything like that. So I think we just try and get this guy going away sooner rather than later. No extra action. That's okay.
The slow suffering begins.
Okay. You're roasted. That's good. Gonna try and fish for the... I also think the regen that comes off of that when you even get it, it's too slow, unfortunately. Oh. Wait, I checked him. He was at 6 and 6. What the heck? That's weird. I don't think he was at 6 and 7. Huh. Interesting. let's just get the heal. Yeah, I mean, regen is certainly good in that context. We're not gonna have... We can still try the Indiscriminate Science. We do have 3 block tokens. How much does that heal for? 22? It's still a big heal.
A calculated
Sure.
generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless.
You did see it, Rob? Okay, so I'm not crazy. All right, or not more crazy than we already thought that I was. That's something. Let's see. So I think we go for the death blow and continue healing Barristan.
And effective.
I'm looking forward to Fade to Black giving combo, because that's going to be beautiful with Barristan. We're going to get a lot more combo generation. That's the good news. It said 6, I'm pretty sure. And then it just only did. It only did 5? Who knows? Okay, so let's see. So what's the play here? I think we have a pretty good turn order here. So let's get the blind up on you. Good hits out of you. Healing Solve. Can't use it on himself for reasons. It's an interesting day where I'm not spamming Plague Grenade like it's going out of style. Free action. Let's just keep the taunt rolling. So 3 for 3 turns. I wanna make sure I understand this. So Poison Dart deals 33% more. So it's 2. Okay, so yeah, so it's gonna get 2 more damage when we upgrade it. I think that'll be pretty substantial. I mean, it's possible. It's possible, but in my experience, it doesn't work that way. Like, blade applications don't run out until they can resist it, Jason. It is possible for them to resist the debuffs that come from Death's Door. Lockjaw is trash. Absolute garbage. I hate that I'm about to do this fight with things. Okay, so we're gonna have to kill the cherubs. I don't think there's any world in which we get everybody dead in time. Yeah, we're not gonna rush down the Deacon this time. You can do that sometimes, I do want to say, but this is not going to be one of those times. Let's see. We're probably going to take a real walloping here, because it's not until next turn that we can drop the blind. Oh, who has the... Lovely. Who has the smoke bombs? I just realized. The resists are insane. They don't resist riposte, though. Also, this turn order? Are you serious right now, game? Alright, so now we can... I'm going to... You have blind? God dang it. There's no way we kill the cherub. Cherub is not dying.
Haste and carelessness, hallmarks of the unprepared.
I think this is the better way to remove the dodge of the two. A miscalculation, perhaps? Perhaps. We knew the worship was coming. There was nothing to be done. Let's see, who's the biggest damage dealer for this configuration? Maybe double flashing daggers? Okay, he's dead. That's something. You're already blinded, so we're just gonna roll with it. And inevitability. Gosh, Weight of the World's really... It does a little bit of damage, doesn't it? I'm thinking about bolstering because it puts both of them at 5, which makes them better targets for Sarmenti. This is a minus 50 melee round. Actually, I think we Rampart and hope for the days to push back the turn order. Barristan just always wants to heal himself and never has the opportunity. Hooray. Good stuff. Just gonna put in as much damage as possible here. No way to do damage on our Plague Doctor. Okay, so I think we greed it a little bit here. 1 in 3 chance. All right. No stress healing, Jason. Were you referring to This is just such a pile of trash. No stress healing on Barristan. I decided to push through. Yeah, I decided not to go with bolster in that context because garbage. I think I'm convinced the sensor is better. I'm gonna let standard of the 9th go. Ooh, something loud's going on outside. Linseed oil is better than nothing. Clotting powder is better than nothing, but we're rich. And what am I going to get rid of here? Normally it would be the ceremonial drums, but I'm eyeing the Leviathan. I'm just going to push through this. I'm not going to free up a space. Okay, we missed out on a bread. 4 baubles. We'll push on through. So far, all we're getting is relics. So we missed out on a bread. Not the end of the world. Paracelsus needs a bit of stress healing. We did 7 of the required 4 road battles for the 3 mastery that we got there, which means we're going to be at 12 mastery, maybe 13 actually. All right, we got Thanatophobia, Cowardice, and Rummager. Okay, 12 onward. We should get 1 from the... Yep, 1 from that. So 13 mastery feels pretty good. Um,
Spend what you can.
and we have a pretty good bankroll and no stress healing to speak of.
It ever did.
Cool. Game. Thanks. Guess we have the whiskey barrel. Tempting Goblet is your favorite place? Yeah, just what we need. We might actually be on Meltdown. I really want to use the Songbook of Touching Dirges, but we have basically no way to reduce stress in here. Is that what I'm seeing?
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
All right, well, we're going to go... We're going to put that on.
An accomplishment
We're going to put that on. Are we going Infernal Flame? The tea service... The tea service is just going to be counteracted by the Infernal Flame, right? And that might be worth it. It might be worth picking up. All right, I'm going to do it, Jason, just for you.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
Here we go. The Jumbo Trunk is awesome.
Is there no sanctuary from this?
All right, I think we're going to the Shroud. Now we did learn the hard way, and we only have the one ceremonial drum, and this trinket discount is a slap in the face. I think I'm gonna go tea service though. Try and keep our folks happy. And I'm just gonna let the crow's nest go.
Experimentation.
Why did that reproc the... Oh well.
You well.
We'll let that go. Now mastery, this is a sweet spot for us. We're gonna be happy about that.
That you may stand just a little taller.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna be super close. We do have one whiskey, which I can use to help us out a little bit, but we're gonna have to do some work right off the bat. Of course, the negative proc. This game sometimes. I don't think I can use the Songbook of Touching Dirges right now. Oh, it's only one stress. The relationship is too beneficial, not to. I'm trying to decide if I save the Book of Touching Dirges, or excuse me, my time in the desert. Also, did we have any food for sale? I should probably buy some of that. There we go. Now we're broke. And then if we're going after the Leviathan, Barristan needs that. And actually, if we're going after the Leviathan, let's put that there. All right. Time to get serious about upgrades. They're not great, but Barristan at least is going to be decent. Barristan's at 70, so with Taunt, hopefully that'll be good. The one thing we're going to run into, though, and this may kill us, if we're being honest. In my experience, the General's Trinket does not prevent you from being taken by the hand, but the hand always returns you to the front, and then you have no way to unshuffle yourself, which is pretty extreme garbage. But we're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay, so things that we want here. We want Poison Darts to get upgraded and Flashing Dagger. I think the trophy's good for us new. Crush is getting an upgrade for sure. And then Fade to Black is getting an upgrade. We don't need Razor's Wit anymore, so that can come off of our bar. And then I think Slice Off is going to replace it. Yeah, only rank 1 and 2. That's correct. Yes, Unlimited Lunges is going to be big for us. I think Dead of Night gets picked up. And also, Pick to the Face. Now that we're not moving, do I care as much about Pick to the Face? If we get stuck in position 1 by the Leviathan, it might be worth. Then I think we're going to upgrade Rampart, and then wait, where's the Plague Doctor? I feel like I haven't given the Plague Doctor any love. Indiscriminate gets the upgrade. Emboldening doesn't really do it for me. It's a pretty garbage upgrade. I think we grab Battlefield Medicine. I think she has enough stuff. Yeah, I don't believe that can happen. We're going to find out potentially the hard way, though. I don't want to... I don't pretend that we're not. Encore getting upgraded if... We're not going to be using Encore. Don't grab Encore. Because we're going to be in the front ranks. We could put Finale on. That could be a thing that we do. And then... maybe bolster. We're going to have a lot of stress, and free actions are going to be useful. Tempting Goblet's going to add 2 more stress, which is going to make things really bad right off the bat. But there's nothing we can do about it, and the game is just piling it on. Now, as for trinkets, garbage, some value to the greater cleansing sensor, but I don't think it's that interesting. Same with the greater sacrificial hose. I take the cleansing sensor first. We can pick up one more thing. Spore grenade is tempting. Now let's save our money. I believe it did, yes. I believe it was trade route, yeah. So we will have more hoarders. We just need an early fight. That's what we need.